A25 England or driving through Utah on one of my regular routes. This is a really difficult one. Let me think about this. No, never. Utah every time. Gotta be one of the best. Somebody asked me the other day, I think it was when I was doing my, what would you call it, the questions and answer thing, which is the best place you drive through. And I said Montana. I got it wrong. It's not. Utah is definitely the best. Look, Utah and Colorado. Colorado's right next door to the right-hand side here, or to the east, and Utah. It's got, apart from, oh God, what's the other one? There's another one in Arizona, a national park that I really like, but we don't get through there much, so I can't really count that one. Zion National Park is one of my favourites, and I'd like to spend a bit more time there, but I do drive through this one regular, so this has got to be the best. Really, as Colorado, I've only done it the once going through. It's on one of my videos a couple of months or so back, I think that was. It had some of the best mountain ranges you're ever going to see. Believe you me. Apart from, unless you're going to go over to Pakistan, because I believe they're pretty cool of what I've seen of them. Before I came here, my best mountain ranges were up top side of Georgia. Georgia as in Eastern Europe, Asia, going in towards Russia, going up over the top into Russia, into Chechnya. There's some fantastic ones there. They're like 5,000 plus meters high at the peak. That is some proper height. It really is. But it's not always about the great height, basically. It's more of the formation, I think, of the rocks. Such as Zion, you ones in Zion are you've got slim gorge ways going through, and you've got sheer faces right at the side of the rock. They're not like these ones, they're totally different to these. Totally different rock formation. Size coming at us. Will it be a house or what? No, it's just low load up. Beautiful. I could just carry on, but the camera really doesn't pick up the beauty. That's a nice Kenworth. That's lovely. The camera definitely doesn't pick up the beauty of these mountain ranges. Definitely doesn't. It doesn't seem to get the depth. What's depth? Depth. So many trails and all sorts. Goes on and on and on and on for miles and miles. And then when you come out the other side of Utah, you've seen it. If people hadn't seen this one before, you come out the other side of Utah and you've got totally different. I'll video that as I come out. Totally different mountain range. This is dropping down into Utah. I know you've seen Utah before and you've heard me preach on it. You're probably sick of it, or you'll be thinking, we're going to have to go to this place. We're going to have to shut burning up and go here because it just won't stop. It just oozes everything. I can't stress how much I love this place. I love this town. It's just, I've got some plans for this summer as soon as COVID's finished as well, with the wife and Jack, to come down here and fit it in on a trip and stuff, so we can hang out and have some time here. Just look at it, it's just surrounded by mountains. Look at the backdrop, it's amazing. It makes me grin every time I come down into this town. It really does. It's just awesome. It's just got outdoor stamped all over it. You know, it's got your quads, it's got your horse riding, it's got your trekking, it's got trails, it's got biking, it's got fucking everything you want outside with the most, not horrendous, the most fantastic terrain going. Really, really has. It's got the lot. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Oh my God. Seriously? I'll be going squeaky. I'm getting all excited again, aren't I? People say I go squeaky. Oh my God, I've got to get in that. I've got to have a go in something like that. Yeah, it is. It's just been. And there's good restaurants, good people, just a good all over town, you know. Hospitality fantastic, it really is here. Plenty of hotels, not expensive. It's not expensive at all, I don't think. You know, travelling around the country to different places and stuff like that, I think it's pretty good. Remember the Vernon advice, it does get very, very cold in the winter here. Especially if you're out of the summer season. Once that sun goes down, it gets very cold. You can't have fires in these national parks. So if you're going to go camp out there, hiking and camping, remember to take plenty of warm clothes because it's going to get bloody cold out there. It really is going to drop down freezing. So you just got to think about that. During the day, it's going to be extremely hot. You'll get in some of these mountains and rocks and stuff like that. Within next month or the month after, it gets proper hot in there. So sunscreen, all that shit. The 4x4s and shit like that are expensive to hire. You'd probably be looking at 1,500 bucks for 5 days or something like that, or maybe more than that. But if you work out the price to buy one or to rent one, I don't think they're a bad deal, really. You'd probably get a better deal if you hired ahead of time or something like that. And I've said before, and of the people who watch this, and I've said time and time again, go on one of the guided tours, listen to the guides, they really are good. You might think, I know what I'm doing, I want to do my shit, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. I'm a great outdoorer. The guides and people who live around here know it like the back of their hand. They know the best trails, they know what to see, where to go and shit like that. Take heed. It really is, you can land yourself in trouble out there. You really can if you start going off and getting a little lost and stuff. And you know, you break down out there, and if you just hire and go up on your own, it's going to be a long walk out if you go off trailing. And there's things that are going to eat you out there. Didn't we badgers like in England that are going to run a mile, or the odd hare, or a fox that's going to run off? You can get things that are proper with big teeth. And that's the locals. Joking. It's only a small little town. You've got a street to the left. There's nothing to the right after this street. That's just all houses and residential. You've got a couple of nightclubs. Usually groups are on in about 3 or 4 of the bars, maybe 5 of the bars actually. The local disco is the back one of the left hand side of here. That's all the locals in there. It's okay. Very good garage there, good set of guys, help you out there. The motorbikes, the lot, look at it. This has been on construction for far too long now, I think they're nearly done. You've got, that's a beautiful house up on the hill there. You've got Sunset Restaurant just as you're coming out here on the right. I haven't been there. I need to get to that, definitely one day. You got water. You got white water wafting as well. So don't forget, you got your river floats. You got your boats and all that malarkey. Yeah, it looks like we're nearly done with the roadworks. I've never stayed in the Super 8 or any of these hotels at town. I stay in a hotel in town. I think even since season it was about 80-90 bucks a night. You know, it's not out of the question. I don't know how much these ones are. This Sunset Grill is right at the top of that mountain there on the right. They just about all have swimming pools. There's only one, like a hostel one in town, that just has a hot tub thing. Well, the one I stayed in across from the supermarket, because I can get parked nicely over there, and that, which is pretty good. I don't know what the Motel 6 is like here. I usually avoid Motel 6s, especially in cities, but I imagine this is going to be pretty good here. It's not going to be the ones like in cities. Motel 6s in cities, they usually have discount rate for long let sort of thing. Anything like that is fine if you want a hooker and blow. That's where you'll find that. The guy on reception will probably be able to help you out as well. I'm only kidding, they're not all like that. Noticed English viewers, you get proper sized bollards out here. You're not going to go flicking them out the way, are you? That's a new hotel getting up there, my place, just on top of the hill. Not sure if my place is some sidekick of Hilton. Cheaper one. You got Holiday Inn on the left, and what's that one? Archways Inn. See, I don't stay in these ones because they're too out of town for me. I like to be in town, and it's a bit of a far of a walking distance if you've had a wee dram, a wee drink, and a big old feed up to walk all the way back up there. I don't want to pay for taxis. Well, not always. I'd rather not. Put the truck in this car park. Truck's over 5,000 prohibited. That's me. Oh well. Sorry, officer. I promise not to stay long. So if I go left and then, oh man, I ain't gonna get around that one up there. Do you think I'll get around there? Could shrink the 50, so what, 50, 60, 70, 80 foot nearly. Do you think we can shrink it down a little bit? And it'll suck itself in. And then it'll fit round. Look at that, eh? Oh, there's a chair thingy lift up there. There we go. We'll just park on this zigzaggy no parking bit. Some strange looks. Who's brought that truck into that car park? It says car park, it doesn't say truck park. Swollocks. You want your sacks on, that's for sure. A sack for your sack. Oh yeah. Marvellous repair job they did on this road. Somebody was smoking something, weren't they? I don't know which is the better bit. Neither. Very red because of this side. The other side will be totally different, obviously, because this don't get a lot of sun on there. So it's really rich, damp looking. Got like skulls, they look to me, in the rocks. I could just stare at those for hours. It's like staring at that Gaudi cheese, as I call it in Barcelona, the church thing or whatever it is. It's not. I don't think it's actually called Gaudi cheese. I think it's called. Oh God, what's it called? It's never been finished. Quote me here. Steph will have it written somewhere just up there now. The Gaudi. I don't know. Moving on. When we get over this hill, I'll just show you this bit, and when we'll move on to something else, because you're bored of all these mountains. I'm sure you are. You've seen them on time and time again on the video. As somebody put on one of my videos, how rude, how repetitive, boring. Okay then. You show me one of your videos driving around and around the M25 and up and down the M1. See how many views you get. Huh? So there's a camping down to the right here somewhere. It says there's a bar as well, but I don't know where this bar is. There's a sign here. So you'll see people, campers, trailers just pulled off and gone headed in off trails and then just camp out there, which seems to be Barham area. Well, is that what I've seen? What's the saloon? Look, I don't know where that saloon is. That looks like there's the bicycle rent place back there. You can park in there, and there's an RV park just over there. That bit over there. That looks like that won't have any toilets either and showers. It's got a couple of buildings. I think that's just probably the warden. Some trailheads in Washington State we have. As you hit the trailhead, you'll have to register in. There'll be somebody who'll log you in. It's just to keep a track on people, so you don't go missing. It's for your own safety. They can keep a head count on people that are in there. There's Canyonlands, your museum, your terrier, and all your stuff. I haven't been in there, but I've heard people talk of it. It's worth a look. Worth a little look. We've got truck parking at the top there. Truck parking everywhere. They love their truckers in America. Here you go, guys. If you have a problem and you're coming through Green River, Utah, first choice automotives I had. Let me just show you. I had a bolt that snapped off that my aerial was holding on to in there. Same as the other side. Let's have a look at this. Look where that is. Where my antenna and me, it snapped off. So I needed a stud extractor and blah blah blah. Anyway, the great guys here pulled into the garage. Yeah, bring it in, we'll have a go. Got the stud out and everything. So happy day. Wouldn't accept any money for it, and so I obviously give him a bit to get the sandwich and dinner and stuff like that. Hang on a minute, I've got to go. My man's here. He's just given me. So this was the offending article. Was the stud that snapped off inside. I probably over tightened it. I am a twat for over tightening. So here's the place. It is First Choice Automotives LLC in Green River. Great of them. You know, really chuffed. Nice people. Crack on. There's my frozen thingamabob. Waterfall, but it's not water. That's not falling. It's quite bizarre. This is Price Mountain. Quite bizarre really. 2 weeks ago I was coming through here and it was, well, the whole trip basically, the one to New York, it didn't get above freezing. It was really cold. It was like -10 through here, which it does drop a lot. We're just above the freezing at the moment, just hovering above the freezing. So it just shows you what a couple of weeks temperature it can make. Because all across New Mexico was frozen all a lot, and now it's dry roads and happy days. But let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, as they say. Because I think last year I ended up slinging chains in something like March, or was it April? March, April, something like that. I couldn't believe it. It was like, really? And that was over Snoqualmie. So let's not be leaving the chains at home just yet, that's for sure. It'd be nice if we were out of winter, because I'm pretty done with the winter. I've had, the last month or so was pretty harsh. Even though I've only slung chains once this year. Oh, touch wood. Maybe shouldn't have said that, should I? Lovely and sunny up there when we get out of here. What have I got after this? I've got Cabbage, Dead Man's Pass, and then I've got Snoqualmie. Oh no, I haven't got Snoqualmie, because I've got my next load, which is load tomorrow, and that's north of Salt Lake City. So hopefully if I get this up a little bit earlier, I can get through Salt Lake City and out the other side, because that can get a bit busy in the morning. So that'd be nice, that'd give me a head start, and then get that on, and that's to go over towards Portland, Oregon, which is about 300 miles from home then. So whether it'll run me empty would be nice, or find me another load, which is a bit of a shitter if it does that, because obviously I'd get paid the same to just run straight home empty, or if he finds me a load, it usually adds an extra day onto the trip. Depending on where it's going. If it's going into Canada, then it doesn't really matter at all. Somebody else will tip it, and I only lose the time of loading. Obviously, he's going to try. He doesn't want to. If it's your own truck, you've got to think: would you really want to be running all that way empty? If you can get anything's better than nothing, sort of thing. Where are you up to? I can't remember, to be fair. I think last time we spoke I was checking out the hotel or something. So I've been up to get my load off, and got that off last night. And then I've just been sat about in Utah most of the day. It hasn't been very productive at all. It's 3:15 my time now, and I've only just got my load on, which is 100 miles south of Salt Lake City, which is not far from where I was actually. So it's been a lazy about day. So it took 3 hours after the time of meant to be booking to get this load on, which is a load of fresh turkey and stuff like that. So I can actually supermarket restock it and what is it, exempt. Shit, a load of horses over there. And but there's no need actually, to be fair. It is for Tacoma first, and then I've got Portland and one about 70 miles south of Portland into Oregon further down, which is a bit annoying because as you look at the map, it's sending me like 300-400 miles south to come back home again. But I've got to see another side of a mountain range, which I'm quite happy about. That's why I thought I'd do this one really quick, and because I've never been around this side of this mountain, always on the other side. So it's nice to see the other side. Do you know what? It looks the same as the other side of the mountain, but this side, with the sun shining on it. So it looks nicer at this side. Anyway, enough of that. So I did ring the agent, and I tried to sort it out to see if I could do, because I've got 3 o'clock on Thursday. It is now Tuesday. 3 o'clock Thursday morning, south of Seattle. And remember, I live north of Seattle, and now we're up north of Seattle. So my first one's there, and then south. But so I called him up, who we're doing the work for. Really good kid over Florida where they are. I forget who we're doing the work for now. But I said, is there any chance of swapping this round so I can do it the other way round? I said, leave the Tacoma, Seattle for 3 o'clock Thursday, and try and get me tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon delivery in for my other ones in Portland, because I'm about 850 miles away from Portland, which as well would save me going over Snoqualmie to get into Seattle, I could come back up the coast road. I was thinking, because Snoqualmie at the moment, Snoqualmie, which I can't pronounce, they're having a shit show with snow and everything. It's been pretty bad up there. So they're having to do landslides as well to keep the snow down, because they've had that much snow. Obviously arrange landslides. They blow it up, bring all the snow down to stop too much of a build-up, so they don't get a landslide, if you follow what I mean. So anyway, he called me back. He said, I can get you an 8:30 in the morning in at the first one in Portland. And I'm like, I'm not even loaded by this time. I wasn't. I was still sat there, and I thought, this is. I didn't know how much longer it was going to take to load. So that'd be 850 mile. That'd be no sleep at all. It'd have been straight through, and then trying to get my other one on and up for 3:30. I thought, nah, I probably could have done it, but the knock-on effect to get to the next one, I knew I'd be very, very tired. So it's not worth it. If you don't think you can do a load like that, don't tell the shipper, oh yeah, I'll go for it, all excited, you'll do it. Middle of the day sometimes it sounds good to do, say that you're going to do it and then let them down. Think about it carefully. Better just not to turn it down rather than take it and then let them down, because then your knock-on effect on your next other loads is going to be a shit show. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if you've just got one and then you can sit it out, but if you're late at one, then the rest, it's just, especially with booking times at big companies and things like that, it's just, you know, it's okay for them to sit and have you wait for hours and stuff like that, but you can't be late. Oh, no. It's a big no-no. That's the world of it, not just here, it's everywhere like that. 'Tis what it is, and we're never going to change it. Just a mere humble truck driver. So that's the update. Get out of this snow. My mountain passes are looking good for now. Touch wood, cabbage and that. I won't even get up to cabbage tonight. See, I've got 950 miles to do. There's some nice rocks there. That sounded wrong, didn't it? Anyway, 950 miles to do. So I'll just kick a little bit out. I ain't driving too late, and then I'll have my 10 off and set off. I'll get it down to 600 or something like that, or a bit less than 600 and 550 or something. It makes it a lot easier for tomorrow. Get over to the place, sit outside, and get that off and boodle down. There you go. So me lovelies, I've decided I'm hungry. And well, the stomach's decided it's hungry, and I are eating in the truck. I can't be bothered. I don't want to eat in the truck. I want to eat out. I want a Cracker Barrel. So let me show you this. I don't know if I can get in here, this one, because I haven't been in it before in the truck. So we're just gonna about to find out. There she is on the left. Cracker Barrel franchise throughout the country, apart from Washington State we don't have any. Now if I drive in that way, RVM bus parking only, does that mean no? Does that mean no trucks or what? That's pretty truckish, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There we go. No trucks and tractors, that's me innit? You truck and tractor racist bastards. And stuff them. Where am I gonna park? Here we go. Oh, this looks alright, doesn't it, up here? I hate reversing horns. Fucking hate them. I would rip that thing straight off if I had one of those on here. Oops, bouncy bounce. Oh, this is alright. Look at there you go. let's go in the Cracker Barrel. Where are we? There, Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrels. At the moment you can't sit on the rocking chairs, but it's pretty cool. They're all the same. Well, very, very similar. You've got all the memorabilia of the old style stuff. Like I said, they're all franchise. But they're throughout the whole of the states. Not in every state though. They're not in Washington state for some reason. Probably our taxes are too high or something. But you've got all your rocking chairs. As a rule, you can usually just sit here and chill out and rock on the rocking chairs. And some of them have board games. The one I go to in Florida, down the Keys there, they have board games and everything. You can sit out and just chill out there all day long if you wanted, playing board games. Let's go have a look inside. So here you have all your authentic stuff. Like I said, they're all pretty very similar, and plenty of, that's nice. No, it's not. Things to wear, and clothes, and trinkety things, and smelly things, and all that malarkey. Let's go have a look in the restaurant. Yeah, we're dancing with the man. Coming through. I always go for the chicken. The chicken is the chicken is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. The sun-fried chicken. You can't beat it, to be fair. I've tried it in a few different places, and I'm liking this a lot. You've got all your memorabilia, the odd gun if you want to quick shoot somebody. I think I'm shouted at. Never mind. Really cool, isn't it? And another gun. You won't get alcohol in here, but they do a mean root beer that's really good, and I can't remember the name of it, but it is spot on. See? So I'm going to sit down and get myself something to eat and chill here for a bit. Ta-da! So I know I say I usually go for the chicken, but we decided not to go for the fried chicken. Saw the trout on the menu, so I went for the trout. And that's the root beer that I was on about. That's the real McCoy. That's a really good one, is that. You can get, if you're on a budget and everything, this is great, because this is like just over $10 for trout on main meal. There's lots of main meals on the menu for around about $10-15 and things like that. And then there's a meal of the day and stuff that's pretty good. Because you get your biscuits, as they call, it's like a scone sort of thing without currants. And you get your jam. You've got sort of a pudding going on there as well. All for $10. Win-win, tight Yorkshireman again. Kick it off in the loves. The guy won't reverse. I gotta go. Oh my God, we've got arms flying and everything. He does actually in the wrong, is Mr. Green Guy in green truck. I don't expect he expected that big lump to jump out, did he? All he has to do is reverse up. This man is trying to and then that man there was trying to reverse in the oil alongside of me, but this man decided rather than reverse back or do anything, let's just sit here and beep, beep, beep his horn. And obviously Baldy Beard Man is a little disgruntled at this activity. So, goodness gracious, guys, come on. There's plenty of room for us all. This is a massive heated discussion. Oh, was that? Oh no, we're all right now. We've sorted it all out. It's all fun in the loves. By Jove, I think we're coming out the other side of winter. The snow is slowly creeping up them mountains. The snow line is slowly disappearing up. Well, like I said before, hope let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. That's a nice one. Look at that Kenworth. That's pretty. Anyway, Iceland changed last year at some May, March, April. No, I think it was May or something ridiculous like that. So anyway. But it is slowly creeping up, and all my mountain passes are looking spot on. Happy days. Let's keep it like this. As you can see, if you can remember from last trip, I think I videoed this. This is yeah, this was the night time coming through here, and the chain thing was up. The chain flashy thing, that thing, and I managed to sneak without bothering. But you can see the total difference. So we're going to be. Good God! Look at all them trains. It's a train pie. Oh my goodness! How much weight are them guys pulling? Holy macaroni! I so want to drive a train. Just to press the horn. That was just train greed, was that, wasn't it? I don't think they need all them, do they? And it goes on and on. It's not even moving. No, it's not moving. Historic Arch Bridge View. I've never been to that one. I don't know where the bridge is here. What a beautiful day it is. Absolutely spot on. Train's still going. Still got the train. I should have measured it actually. I think they go to about a mile long. Oh, that's it. It's finished. Wasn't that big then, was it? Maybe they're just hitching a ride, the other train. Sometimes they do that, I think. I'm just making this up actually, but I'm presuming if they need a train to get into another part of the country or something like that, they'll probably just drag it there rather than run it solo. Bobtail the train, as they call it. And maybe they don't. Beautiful little pass is this. It isn't really a pass because you don't go up. It's just in through the valley. Oh no, maybe that is still. No, is that still? It can't still be part of that train. Still amazes me when I count, because I used to do timber. When I count the amount of packs that are on those things, and in England we'd do like a full-size pack, you do an 8-pack load. That was your full load, so that's near on 30 ton for an 8-pack load. Or did we get 2 on top as well? You might have got 2 on top as well, so you might have got a 10-pack load for 30 ton. And you look at these. My friend's just sent me some pictures. He's just moved out to New Zealand. He's got a trusty Freightliner cab over, and he just sent me a picture of what he's hauling, and it looks like about 70 ton he's got slapped on the back of it. All that. Now these are the ones, these are cars. There's the car transporters. I think I mentioned this before, you don't see as many car transporters out here as what you do in England, milling about all over the place. Majority of it goes by rail, because they'll go straight into the car plants and drive them on those. There must be checks rigorously, because you know, obviously you can't see right back here your trailer a mile or 2 back or whatever. There we are, there's the end of it. So if you're a man and you've got a flat tyre, not a flat tyre, you've got a bearing that's gone on it or something like that, that could soon start getting really hot if you have a bearing collapse and you're dragging it along. There's a man on the rail with his truck. Cabbage now, Cabbage Mountain. Then I'm into my last day into Washington State. So I've got Cabbage just up here, as you can see. Ain't going to be any problem. Really isn't. And this is leading to the Dead Man Pass bit you've seen before. My temperature and everything, I've got a clean bill of health. Look at that, look at me, masked, man. So here at my second drop. Today it's gone to, okay, first drop came off pretty well. Stop beeping. And now I'm at my second drop, and I've got a door, so I managed. It was up early, it was a bit of a, you know, I was up at just before 2 o'clock. Which it doesn't happen all the time, but so, you know, it swings and roundabouts, so I ain't really bothered. And I've got 3 drops. The first one was at 3 o'clock. But there's nowhere to park when you get down into Tacoma. It's very hard to park late on a night, so I stayed up on top of the mountain. And it's knock me up there, and came down this morning. So, you know, it didn't really bother because I'm running E-log exempt anyway, because it's food, vitals, stock and things, so I don't really, it doesn't bother me about the time or anything getting in the way or anything like that. What do I want? 27. So have I gone the wrong way? No, we are doing the right one. Where's there you go, there we go. It was obvious I'm going to one of these bays, isn't it, Charlie? Don't look so surprised that I'm at this side. So yeah, so got that one off. Just got back in my, jumped back in your bed again. You've got to, you know, grab the bits of time while you can when you're doing things like that early in the morning and things. So jump straight back in my bed. Managed to get another couple of hours sleep. So that was a bonus. And then set off again from there down to this one. It's now 8 o'clock in the morning. I did try and grab a McDonald's on the way down. I don't usually do McDonald's, but I just fancied a sausage McMorning. And got the window slammed in my face and told, no, we won't do walk-ups or anything. So that was a bit rude of her, biatch. So McDonald's, fuck you. So that wasn't very good. Anyway, let me get on this bay. So there we have it on the bay. I think it's important, here's a tip of Vernon's, is I'm going to jump back in my bed now and go back to sleep. Because like I say, I was up just before 2 o'clock. So you need to, you know, it's very tempting just to pick the phone up and lay here while you're getting unloaded and things like that. But then later on this afternoon, you're going to be no good to man the beast. You need to catch up on a bit of that sleep that you haven't got. Even though I went to bed last night like 8 o'clock. And so I got a bit in, but still I know for a fact with my own body, by come 2 o'clock this afternoon, 3 o'clock, I'm gonna be dragging it, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be difficult to get home. My next delivery isn't until 12 o'clock, my last one, which is only 49 miles away from here, south. So 49 miles and then back home. I've got about, what have I got, 350. I've got to stop in at a Costco's to pick some empty cages up. Only at a couple of places on the way home. So it's not super difficult. So I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be arriving home tonight at 5 o'clock and be too tired because I've been sat up playing on my phone and shit like that. So, you know, I want to mess with the lad and with the family. So try and get your head down. If you're on something like this, get a bit of that, try and grab back a bit some of that sleep and sort of thing. So I aren't really bothered if I stay here for 3 hours, that would be nice. And then I'll have had a full night's sleep all together sort of thing, if you had it all together. So that's the way I do it anyway. And you know, because I tried it, you know, done it too many times the other way. You pick your bloody phone up and you start messing with that. Before you know it, you're off the bay and you're ready to go again and you aren't any sleep. And then you're dragging, like I say, so crack on! So that didn't give me much sleep. Just as I got my head down on the pillow, the the truck started rocking, and with that I got a text message saying they were empty. There was only 7 pallets to bring off here, so it wasn't exactly a great lot, you know what I mean? But yeah, so didn't get any sleep, so I'm going to shoot over to the next one, see if we can get that off early. Like I say, it's about an hour away. I just got the lumber fee. I've just been to pay it. They do lumber here because it's outside, not a lot of places, I don't go to that many that do it, it's usually paid for. Because if it's like a union place and it's outside sourced labour to unload, they charge a separate fee, which is a big old farce really. I just can't see why it's not added on to the bill of the transport, because our company get it back anyway off the company, but then I've got to pay out for it. You know, I get it straight back, it's not a big deal to me, but it's just, I think it's the most stupidest thing going, that you have to pay for that, then the company have to put in and get it back. It's just making money go round and round in circles, but that's the way the world works, doesn't it? Money needs to move to make the money. So there you go, that was $131. $131, what's that, 100 quid? For 7 pallets to be taken off. 7 pallets. Fucking unbelievable. For a full load tip out here, she was just telling me it's how much is it? She said 500 and something bucks, 500 and something dollars to take a full load off. Where do we get the numbers? Which is pretty stupid. You've got to pay for them to receive the stuff. Seems stupid. That's like you buying something off somebody and when the postman comes, you've got to pay him to get it off him. It's like weird. But hey ho, that's the way it works. Sorry, I stand corrected. That's like the postman turning up and you giving him a bill for bringing you your whatever you bought or something. That's how it works. So the postman would have to pay me for me to receive whatever I'm getting at home. Seems pretty strange, that. Seems a little bit mixed up. So that was my last one. That was in a farm. That was pretty cool. Pretty quick, easy, painless, and low lumper fee for that one. So that was good. Didn't have to pay the man to unload. Oh, got a good
turn right at the stop sign.
So now we're on personal conveyance because I'm empty. I can go home. I'm about 350 miles, I think, something like that from home. Which is really good, obviously, because that was supermarket restock. I was running that one on. So that was, if you want to have a look at this. This is very British feel, England rather. England, Yorkshire, rolling hills and things. It's nice. Yeah, it's because I'm back onto personal conveyance now. I run it all the way here, this load on supermarket restock. So like I have explained before, that puts me, because of the covert, puts me my e-log, tachograph, whatever you want to call it, exempt. So the great thing is now I'm empty, I can, and going home, heading home, personal conveyance, personal use kind of thing, I can just take my time. So it just makes everything so easy, you know, because if it was running on the e-log, then you'd be rushing for your 14-hour spread over to get home before that run out, if you had to do it like that. But this way, if I get tired, I can go to sleep. It's just so much safer. It really is, you know what I mean? Whereas if they didn't have it this way, like in England or Europe, where you're still on your logbook, basically your tachograph constantly, you would be having to push yourself to get home in your time. So there'd be no chance of relaxing, getting a coffee on the way. It'd be just go, go, go to try and get yourself that extra. Well, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't be home until tomorrow dinner time, end of kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's the way it is. But with this, I know if I get tired, I can go to sleep, get my head down for a bit, go get something to eat, a drink, and then carry on again. And no rush, even if I don't get home till midnight. You know what I mean? It's only 11 o'clock now. 11 o'clock is Thursday, Steve, Thursday. So we won't be foot down Friday, we'll be home before then. Yeah, it's grand. And today is pie day. I need pie. I've got that pie feeling again. Need the pie. So we are now on mission for pie. I will be going to Jobbins, the big truck stop, to go get the truck washed. On the way up in Portland, we'll go get that. But they don't have pie there because I've asked before for homemade pie, so we ain't going to stop there. But I do know. Wow, you just ran a stop, didn't he? Oh no, there's into a stop. Okay. Gotta watch these. Some are four-way stops, some are. This is a three-way. They've got the right of way, so don't just go flying through at them and think they're going to stop. Because everybody presumes you know the road. They've got their own little swimming pool going on here in this little village. This is a cool little spot, isn't it? That place had espresso coffee. I bet they had pie. That looked like a pie shop. Works for. Oh, that's cool. There, look at that. Cool old truck. That looks like an old railway station. It is an old railway station. Do you think they have pie? That's nice, isn't it? That pretty. We like that one. We like that one. Well, that's disappointing. The goddamn truck wash is closed. Let's have a look at drive. There's a lot of homeless people here in Portland, Oregon. Look at that. Look at the shit they leave. Dirty bastards. Why do they have to collect all that cack? Look at them. Fuck me. You thought you had problems with the gypsies in England in places, but good God, man, look at that. Heathens, I say. Anyway, the truck wash is shut, so that's a bit of a bugger. I came in here to go to the truck wash and things shut. I just spoke to your man there with the Peterbilt, the black one, and he says they've been cleaning out the tanks. He told him it was going to be open at 10 o'clock this morning, and it's now 20 past 12, and they tell him it's going to be open at half 12. So let me just have a quick word. We might look as though these. Good God, that's some MR2, isn't it? Look at that spot. Does he really think that holds that down? Good God, good God, he's got that racing spoiler, innit? He could take off without that. Let me just talk to this. Hey, bud, how long is it going to be? How long do you think before it's open?
I'm not sure. Probably like an hour or two.
I don't know then. All right, thanks. An hour or two. Goodness gracious. What we got? This is where all the greedy trucks hang out. Some of the big boys at this side as well. We ain't got any here today. No fancy pants trucks. Disappointing. I'll go for a little look inside, I think. Wow, that's got to be the ugliest looking Volvo ever in the world. See what I mean about Europeans? I know they're made in America, the Volvos now, the V&N thing, but Americans make very good looking bull-nosed trucks. Europeans make excellent cabovers, very good looking cabovers. That's where it stops, that's where it is. Please, please do not go any further than that. God, end of. Always going to find something pretty in Jubits, that's for sure. Look at that with a can on the back. That's a pretty one, isn't it? I love that colour. I really do like that colour. as you can see, he's got an extra wheel on there, and look at the size of them stacks, man. Jesus, look at those bad boys. Have we got? I'm actually looking. I think this is pre-def. Extra wheel, so he'll be running heavy. He'll be running up to 100,000, something like that, probably. He's got an extra one on the trailer as well. Oh yeah, this is 90, probably somewhere around the mid-90s, early 90s. Look at that. She's in good condition. Beautiful, isn't she? So no def system, that's the giveaway there. So they'll be straight through exhaust, I should think. Oh yeah, there's nothing in there. That wheels air ride suspension on the front as well. That'll ride like a Cadillac. That'll ride beautiful with that. Let me get in the bar. Sign, where's the sign? There it is, Jubits. I've made it into the lounge for a night out. Anchor Trucking Holiday Express has managed to land me here for the night, which my delivery isn't going to be until tomorrow. Tomorrow, what, 10:30 or something like that. So it's not far from here. It's only 20 miles from here. It's a scrappy-haired dog, isn't it? Jesus, he looks happy, doesn't he? All right, pooch. Maybe not. We'll leave that one alone. So you've seen the truck stop before. I've explained about it and different things. They have artists on and all the array of different stuff and that. And I just made it in for happy hour. So, well, not happy hour, it's like 20% off or something like that. So that's not bad, is it? It was a little bit of a bonus, was that? And look at this bar. This is brilliant. I think I've shown you this one before. It's pretty cool. You've got a massive array of parking out the back and the showers and all the stuff like that. This has been open. Let me get sat down and then I can take this goddamn mask off and do it from here. So I've just ordered my food and stuff like that. This has been open for 60 years. Same family for 60 years, absolutely brilliant. Jubit family. They're on the 3rd generation now, so that's absolutely cool. And here's my food. Thank you very much, sir. Very welcome. Lovely. Look at that, eh? It's their jobby, is that, isn't it? What a cracking truck stop. Yeah, 60 years, 3 generations down, grandsons now. There's all the stuff about it. This is in Portland, Oregon. Just over the state line from Washington, not far over at all. So it's definitely worth a look if you're in this area. Free parking. Don't forget the free parking and everything like that for the semis and stuff like that. You will not get in the semi parking with your car. They won't want you in there. There's big signs up everywhere like that. So if you're in a hire car or on a tour or something like that, or your RV, there's a sign up. You've got different parking for that. Don't block up the truck park. Go in the appropriate car park. Got it? The stuff like that. That's all it works. And I messed up a little bit. I took the SD card out for Sundays that should have been uploaded. I've got it with me. So that ain't going to be uploaded, I'm afraid, till next week. I'm up to 8,000 subscribers now, and I did notice there's only 15 people that are subbing me, that are actually helping out with the contract and everything. How can I afford my lifestyle like this, guys, if nobody's putting their hand in the pocket? I have come to the conclusion that 90% or 99% of my subscribers must be from bloody Yorkshire. Seriously, you are a tight set of buggers. You really are. Get your hand in your pocket and help us out. Catch you all later. Bye-bye. Peace out.